Hi everyone, it's Mike. I've just come out for a bit of a wander today. Just got my light scouting pack on, you can see that. Hopefully you can't hear the background noise of the kids and stuff in the school nearby. But if you can, I'm sorry about that. However, you'll notice that I have my Pathfinder blade on my side, and I recently had some comments about knife safety and things like that in a video that I put up yesterday. I got a personal message from a friend of mine just saying, you know, the way I used my knife was a bit unsafe, and I agree. So what I thought I would do is I would actually do a video on knife safety, because believe it or not, when you do YouTube videos and things like that, people actually try and learn from you and look up to you and things like that. So that's why I thought I'd do these videos. So I'm just going to take my pack off and we'll get down to some knife safety. Put the camera angle up a tiny bit. Right, so this is my Pathfinder blade. You've all seen this before. So we normally all have our knives on our belts and everything like that. So the first thing I would say is, when you draw your knife, be careful, because you don't want to have this hand like covering that, because when I pull this blade out, look which way it's facing. So if I have my hand like that, razor sharp blade, me pulling up, cut hand, and you're going to cut in to that side of your finger, and it would be quite a deep cut as well, because you'd literally be slicing. So that's the first point. Also, if you've got leather, you have to be careful, because the blade can come through. So those are your first points. Second point, now I've done the sheath. Know your knife. You know how heavy it is. Know where your balance point is. Know which grips you can do. Know how big the handle is. Take account. Actually get to know your knife. It sounds a stupid little thing, but just knowing what your knife feels like in your hand, and what grips work with your knife and what grips don't, is really going to help you out. So now we've covered these quick basics, what we'll do is we'll start to actually show how you should cut and things with a knife. I'm just going to take my jacket off because I'm really warm. Sun's come out. So, grab some wood. So I've just grabbed a load of wood. What I'll do is I'll just shift the camera down for you, so you can see. That's a good angle. Right. So first of all, we need to go through the actual grips of the knife. I'll just move a bit more forward so you can see me a little better. So the first grip is literally your forehand grip. Now you normally just cut in like this. Make sure this hand here stays behind where you're cutting. If you go like this, you're going to cut into your finger, so always behind. It's always going to be behind, and your knife is always in front. Now, also when you're using this grip, do not place your finger like that, because if you're going for a power cut, you may go straight through and cut the top of your finger off. So make sure it's all behind and nice and controlled. You don't have to be going really fast and really hard with it. So second grip is in the chest. Now this is good for power cuts, but what you have to watch is that when you're bringing this into your chest, you do not put your finger over the blade like that. So always on the handle, bring into the chest and pull. Very safe cut. Again, keeping your hand behind the blade and pull. Simple as. So, say we want to do detailed work, the cut I use, again, keeping my hand behind the piece of work, is the push cut. Bring it closer so you can see how this works. So, nice and controlled. Notice that my hand, again, nice tight grip on the handle, and push. You push with your thumb on the spine of the blade, giving you nice controlled cuts. This is good for your finer carving work, and just a very good cut in general, and you can keep it very safe. So we've covered our normal cut like this, we've covered our power cut like that, and we've covered our push cut. So what we need to think about now is where we're actually cutting and where we're positioning our piece of work or whatever we're working on. So obviously you don't have a piece of work like this, yeah? You don't do that, because you can cut into your leg, big artery, and you're going to bleed a lot. Second of all, watch where your blade is, you know, you're not dangling it about like this. This is out of my reach, that's why I'm doing this. This is, you know, it's out of anything. If it drops, it's going to get on the floor, but don't mess about with it. You know, it's a tool, it's not a toy. You all know that it's a tool, just the thing is, when you learn to use it, you can get a bit complacent, and when you get complacent, you start making mistakes, and it only takes that one mistake for you to get cut anywhere, you know. Right, so the next thing you need to think about is when we're doing bigger work, like chopping through a log or something like this. So just put that there like that. So first of all, make sure all your feet and everything are behind the piece of work. You've got a nice good grip in your hand, and you're literally just going to hit in like this, and everything's fine. As you can see, it's starting to chop in and everything's fine. So what we want to do now is, if you ever need to put your knife away for a second or anything, again, just sheath it. It's always safer just to sheath it. Now what I want to do is find myself a bit of wood that I'll be alright to batten down. That should do me. So again, draw the knife out, make sure your hands and everything are well back. Now when you're battening, don't risk it. You can put your knife safely on like that, then take your hand straight away. So make sure you're balanced, safely on, light pressure only. Take your hand away, nice tight grip, and straight through the piece of work like this. Okay? Again, if you did this and actually slip down, you're going to cut yourself. So you're trying to avoid that. So nice and light on the top, straight through the piece of work like this, and there we go. Now a thing that a lot of people do not think about is striking a fire steel. has been a thing you need knife safety for. Now you have to turn the blade away from you, so take a good grip just on the handle. Now I don't know whether the camera will actually pick up on this. On my finger, right there is a scar. Now that scar is from striking a fire steel. The reason was because somehow I managed to put my finger on the blade. So good grip like that, keeping all fingers away. Keep the fire steel behind the blade again so you cannot strike and pull away. Simple as that. Now the last little thing I would like to cover is just the feather sticking side of everything. So again, hand behind the work and nice good grip, and I'm literally feather sticking away, no problems, nice and controlled, everything's fine, I've got no chance of cutting myself, it's all good, and I'm going to be out in the woods for a very long time doing what I love doing. So just sheath the knife again, back in its sheath, everything's safe, you've done all the work you needed to do without getting cut or anything like that. One other quick note, you may have heard this saying and you may think, oh, how does it work? A sharp knife is a safe knife. No it isn't, because it cuts into you easily. Well actually, yes it is. Because if you have a dull knife and you're trying to feather stick like I was then, you're going to be pressing real hard and putting loads of effort in. You know, you're going to get stressed, and one little slip of concentration and you get cut. That's it. So guys, I'm going to end this video here now. I'll just change the camera angle quickly. Will do. So guys, this has been my knife safety video. Sorry if you already know this, but again, you have to top up on these things and keep topping up on them, and it will always stick with you, you know, and you'll always be safe, and you'll be able to come out to the woods all the time and not damage your body in a minor way or in a major way and cause yourself a lot of problems. So thanks for watching guys, stay tuned and I will see you on the next video.